Hi everyone, meteorologist Gary Woodall here, and thanks for joining us for this episode of the Mid-South Weather Musings. In honor of the holiday weekend this weekend, this episode we are going to focus on mothers. So let's get into it. Okay, as we mentioned, we're going to talk about mothers in this episode. Now, not just any mothers, but mothers of meteorology, women who led pioneering research or contributed to the advancement of our science of meteorology. Some of these may be names that you recognize, some you may not have heard of, but all played important roles in advancing our science. The first of these mothers of meteorology that we'll talk about is Dr. Bernice Ackerman. Dr. Ackerman received her bachelor's degree in meteorology in 1948 from the University of Chicago. She graduated Phi Beta Kappa, by the way. She got her master's degree in 1955 and her PhD in 1965. Dr. Ackerman is known for pioneering research in cloud physics, small-scale and microscale processes which take place inside of clouds. She also specialized in boundary layer meteorology, studying the lowest few hundred feet of the atmosphere and how the atmosphere interacted with the Earth's surface. During her career, Dr. Ackerman worked with the U.S. Weather Bureau, the prestigious Argonne National Laboratory, and was a professor at Texas A&M University. She ended her career at the Illinois State Water Survey at the University of Illinois. Next, we'll talk about Clara Von Neumann. Clara was a Hungarian-born computer scientist, and you might think, well, what does a computer scientist have to do with meteorology? Well, she worked with some of the first operational computers known as ENIAC and MANIAC back in the 1940s and early 1950s. Importantly, Clara developed techniques for programming these computers with meteorological equations. She taught these techniques to meteorologists that were first starting to consider the possibilities of numerical weather prediction. And this programming was an extensive process, around 100,000 punch cards to program those computers with the meteorological equations and the techniques. So Clara's work really helped lay the foundation for numerical weather prediction, the foundation for the computer models that are such an important part of our weather forecasting today. Finally, we'll talk about Dr. Joanne Simpson. Dr. Simpson was the first U.S. woman to receive a PhD, a doctor's degree in meteorology, in 1946 from the University of Chicago. Dr. Simpson studied energy transfer in tropical thunderstorms, and she thought of the thunderstorm as a chimney, basically, as far as some of the vertical energy transfers were concerned, and some of those concepts are still in use today. Dr. Simpson became an authority on tropical meteorology and was the director of Project Storm Fury, a hurricane research program back in the 1960s. Dr. Simpson was an accomplished researcher and authored or co-authored nearly 200 research articles during her lifetime. Now, while these are three of the more prominent mothers of meteorology, certainly a large number of women have contributed from the research, the media, and the operational side. And we want to thank all of the moms who have helped advance our profession, either personally advanced our field of meteorology or supported others who have advanced our field as well. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Mid-South Weather Musings and our look back and tribute to meteorological moms, meteorological mothers, and the important role that these women played in our science. If you like these musings, then keep up with us. If you're watching on YouTube, then subscribe to our channel. If you're watching on Facebook, like and follow our page. That way you'll be notified for future episodes. Also, if you have any other topics that you'd like us to cover when we're not dealing with weather, current or forecast weather, drop those suggestions in the comments section as well, and we'll see if we can work them into a future episode of the Musings. But happy Mother's Day to all the moms that are out there. Thank you all so much for watching, and everybody keep safe.